Okay. We're back. Hey, when last, guys? When last did you sit here and do a PSL game? Welcome, everybody, to the Overthinking Football Show. My name is George Mokwena. I'm your host, and this, of course, is a place where we love South African football. We love African football, Pella. We've been loving African football for the past month right now. We are back with our good old DSTV premiership.
Sute ratamaya. Sute ratamaya. Sute ratamaya. Sute ratamaya. Arwina ligi barsupa kamenwana. Arwina kefe barwine kabututi. Arwina ligi barsupa kamenwana. Arwina kefe barwine kabututi.
Welcome back, everybody. The show's on every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 p.m. But then also, if Chiefs, Pirates, Mamelodi Sundowns, Bafana, or Banyana are in action, we will be here also covering those games in this format of a watch along. Hey, Sundowns yasenza, guys, on a Monday. Yasenza on a Monday. Also, very, very interesting. We're gonna get into the starting lineups because wow.
Cardoso, he must leave us in peace, not in pieces. Cardoso, leave us in peace, not in pieces.
Kamen sa basa motsa tao.
Eriko but. Flaming beko ya tronko.
Yeah.
Godon su ya tronko.
Yeah.
Godon su kile ka mission wa ma Arab ho tla mo South Africa.
Who destroy Sundown.
Yeah. O lebele Sundown su ka di coachar. Henze re dismantle ma North Africa ba zairang ba ho coachare one. Here ba dismantle bar mokwena itlang. Bar Pitso itlang. Ontswar.
Hey, Pitso itlang, guys. We are here for Mamelodi Sundowns, who takes on Orbit College. For those who don't know, Orbit College, just a refresher, number 13 in the log. On the log, they've got 14 games played, 4 wins, 1 draw, 9 losses. They've scored 12 goals, they've conceded 25, and they've got 13 points. And they've also lost Munna Pule Saleng to Mamelodi Sundowns. In their last 5 games, they've got 3 losses and 2 wins. Last game out was a 3-0 loss versus Durban City on the 3rd of December. Then, of course, Mamelodi Sundowns is number 2. I know, we're not used to it. It's number 2. Number 2 on the log, 13 games played, 7 wins, 5 draws, only 1 loss. They've scored 20 goals, they've conceded 7 for a grand total of 26 points. Their last 5 games have 3 draws and 2 wins. Last game out being a 1-1 draw versus Isiwelele FC on the 3rd of December. When you look at the starting lineups for Orbit College, you have Chibwe in goal, Kabela, you have Mokwena, you have Ntlapo, Ramusala, Jingana, Patsi, Potsana, Malatsi, Murimweng, and Patlela as the starting lineup. Then,
Campbell, wabukeka flabbergasted, aghast, and lugubrious. Ngabe khona predicament.
I'm not perplexed, perturbed, nor provoked.
I don't know. I am perplexed, perturbed because
there's a lot going on here.
There's so much going on here. Okay, let's go through it. Williams in goal. Johannes gets a start. Kekana gets a start. Matrapa is inside. Sibia has made it to the starting lineup. You have Mkulisa and Adams in the middle with Litaku. And then you have Matthews, Sales, and Mutiba. Goal! Oh, Adams. What an interesting lineup from Caruso, but it does seem to be working so far. Mamelodi Sundowns hitting the inside of the post there from an Adams shot that he tried to just play to the other side of the goalkeeper. Adams has cut his hair. As if it's a Pesitao thing. I don't know if that's what's happening here. Shambe says we have back-to-back fixtures. This lineup makes sense. After a month off. I guess. Sasaba says, Tech, what's Caruso doing? We're behind Orbit College. Look, I think Shambe, remember, you're not pound for pound leaders anymore. Pirates is top of that log right now. can you afford to do this? Can you afford to do this? Like, if Sundowns loses this game, what happens to Caruso? But in Pandana ngati refreshed. Pandana refreshed. We'll see what's happening. Dumi says we're behind Orbit College. Van der Norm as always. Oh, listen, like Van der Norm. This one is a confused coach, says Z. Interesting. Sundowns has looked a little bit fluid there, hey? Is it a true back three concept? Not really. Not like they put it on that thing. Orbit College looks a little bit like a mess. Coach Pochiso, what are you doing? Okay, 6 minutes in, it is 0-0. Like I said, Sundowns has hit the post. Guys, what score do you think? How is this game going to end? Tell me in the comments how you think it's going to end. Remember, halftime, I'm going to let 5 people in. We're going to have a discussion about what we've seen here in the first half. And then if we can reach 25,000 likes, I'll keep it open in the second half. And everybody will be able to add their voice to the show. And you do that by firstly joining me live here on TikTok. Thank you. Those who are watching on YouTube. Bottom of your screen, there's a button that says multi-guest. You click on it, you request, I'll let you in, and we have a conversation. I'll give you a minute or two to speak about what is happening. Tevin says, Happy New Year. Tevin, where were you, Tevin? Hey, we've been New Year'ing in Morocco this whole time. Where were you? Welcome. Lou says 1-0. GNU.
The GNU will not last long.
The GNU's together for this game. GNU say Wheeler. Lulu, welcome. Texas 3-0 to Sundowns. They will get the business done as usual. Sundowns 4-1. Orbit says Stanley. My prediction is a 1-1 draw. Funny enough. My prediction is a 1-1 draw to be to good agent. The agent was shaking. 2-1 says Van der Norm. 6+ says Loa. News says 1-0. But Sundowns, I'm not going to lie, they look really good. Save there. Ball played in. Mutiba proving to be a very interesting physical presence there for Mamelodi Sundowns up top. He has run through a couple of times now. Takes an awkward shot from an awkward angle with Litaku trying to follow up, and it's parried by the keeper for a corner. User 786, I'm here. I'm back. Orbit, please park the bus as notification. Le paka pasi. Already with the pass. Guys, this is a Sundowns that you can take advantage of. Isn't that what people were saying? Guys, we're excited for the league to come back, and you're already telling teams to park the bus. Seven says, after we know we were knocked out, I stopped watching. I'm like, Pitso, I hate losing. Prioritization is still a priority, especially with the game load. AFCON fatigue for our main players. I hear you, Shembe. But normally, you're doing this without any pressure from maybe a chasing team. Pirates is number 1. Right? And Caruso has had some shaky moments. Can you afford to do this? Can you afford to then rest those big players? Can you afford to periodize the way you're periodizing, especially knowing that Ubuntu's ahead of you right now? Does that pressure not play into it? Orbit has lost no combination. Caruso is brave, though. This lineup, Zitsepang. Longia says we're going to win this one. Musa says Sibia is a new problem that is necessary. The status you have just made. The status you have just made has been used for the last 8. No, Q Soul. let's not do that. Halfway through the season, Mamelodi Sundowns is usually gone by now. Usually gone by now. The 5 draws are not helping you. So it's a little bit of a different situation because usually at this point, there isn't a team next to you. Now, granted, Pirates still has to play, for sure. They still have to also prove that they're going to come back and actually be a problem. But you have to admit that it's a very different league outlook. And hopefully that month has helped Caruso get his mind right with the players, get his mind right with what he needs to do. The old coaches never used to rotate like this. Rulani, rotate like this. Once in a blue moon when it gets really tough. Guys, please don't forget to tap the screen, tap the screen, tap the screen. And I'm not opposed to some lions, guys. You see it on the Betty accounts, those ones. I wish. Which teams can you beat Mutiba? I want to see how they play Mutiba. Because right now, he's running quite a bit. I never pictured him as somebody who runs. To be fair to him, you're probably looking for the internal runs instead of like a Reina's outside-in type of run. You look for a run that's coming from central. So, I don't know. He has found a little bit of joy, that shot that he took, Mara. I want him to be fed. Oh, Kiri. Caruso is very close to his exit, so a loss tonight will do some of our Sundown supporters a big favor. Lisovele.
Cardoso, he must leave us in peace, not in pieces. Cardoso, leave us in peace, not in pieces.
Meanwhile, if you ask the average PSL fan how they feel about Caruso,
I love him so much. Yeah, I love him so much.
I love him so much.
Yabona namhlanje?
Yes.
Fanele xa sibona umuntu xa sibona iSundowns idibhuti kuyo.
Today.
Sundowns ndibethe ndaxola so ndiphinde ndiyidelele.
Because that could happen as well with the Sundowns that is on form. Let's see, Caruso's very close. Mutiba is too stiff. So if you in the AFCON, so if you watch Arab countries in the AFCON, they were doing this thing where they'd play almost like a center forward type of player whose sole job is to almost absorb all of those balls, win the first ball. Very similar to what we tried to do with Lau Foster, very similar to what Bruce had done with Evidence Mahopa in the tournament before last, in the tournament before this one. So I would imagine that's how you use Mutiba. I'd love to see how him and Sales are going to fit into this, but it does seem like Sales is staying more in the 10. You're watching Letaku playing more like an 8. Very, very interesting how Cardoso has compacted that pitch. Very interesting. My fellow countrymen, any updates regarding Pitso? This thing of Caruso, there might not be a Pitso that's coming, guys. The rumors. What have we done to deserve this coach? Guys. Caruso.
Ke bete bjao lo ka ntabela ka litlho le no ntabela ka lona maga ke slege ke final thanks ke la blinyana mbudatenyana bjao.
You can't be Mnatika coach that got you to a final, your first final since 2016. Can't be. And last season he broke all of those records. You can't be just done with him like that. What does he have to do? It's bongs. Ushebile mo Big Brother. Wena bongs ushebile mo Big Brother. You watch all of these things, man. Come back to football, it's back. Never done anything special as far as I know, even from where he came from. Pharaoh, I hear you, but he did more special than the guys you've had outside of Coach Pitso and outside of the treble year. But he's done better than most of those guys. He took you to within this much of winning the Champions League. Like I said, that's a 10-year story. Now, I'm not going to watch Sundowns until this coach is gone, says Jero. Oliseng says Mutiba runs like he's wearing those brown boots. Bitter Truth says Pharaoh. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that he's special or that he deserves to stay. I'm just saying that he's done better than the people Sundowns praises as being special. Outside of maybe 1 or 2 seasons.
Mina into engiyona ngi-understand.
Okay, here we go. Look, that enterprising play from Sundowns has now gone away a little bit. They're looking very sloppy. Sorry, somebody's meant to be asleep. Where's the homework? Isn't that? Okay, 16 minutes in. Yeah, so Sundowns' enterprising play has gone away. Orbit has decided pretty much to be in sort of a midish, lowish block. I think they saw that there was too much movement happening. But what's interesting is that then you ask the question, who's going to collect that ball? Mutiba is trusted though, very active. You should understand, Sundowns fans, we are spoiled. You know how rich kids act. They must give us this lineup so that Msendami can score a hat-trick. Gwamnandi, people who made signings. Hey, Chiefs fans, Liring Kari signing. Chiefs fans, hey. I need Orbit to get a draw for me here. I need this league to be in Tate Khoza's office. Must be nice. Nina Bo Sundowns. Oh, Sundowns and Pirates are going for the league.
Happy birthday, Beyonce. Happy birthday, Beyonce. Happy birthday, Beyonce. Happy birthday.
Nistrailaga, man. Chiefs is number 4. Oh. All Caruso has done for Sundowns is 1 title in the UCL final. In 1 year. How many have gotten those things in all of the years they were there? Even though I know, okay, it's fine. There's an argument to be made there, I know, because Umlungisi also won. Coach Rulani also won his first trophy that side. I know. Lipizi kanna mo. Msendami, I'm waiting for Msendami. Agent was telling me about Leon, Leon Kista. Oh, Solomon Kalu hasn't gone home yet. Man, who's that white guy? I know Fleming. Who's the other white kid? The younger white guy. Oh, floodlights not working. Hi, ke. We're back. 3 finals, Shembe, actually. 3 finals.
Kasongo yeah. Mombali nanga. Kasongo mbona wewe.
SA football is back. No floodlights call off us. No floodlights.
How? Kanjani manje? Kanjani?
Hey. Tate Motsepe patela rente man. Ntsashebile AFCON. He hasn't let the payment. That's why it's the payment, man. Tate Motsepe, put the payment on auto, man. Put the payment on debit order. Yeah, man. Lights are off. We blame the chairman. Ow. Put the money on debit order, man. You can't be switching off lights in the middle of this thing. Remember there was a time when load shedding was lit. Yeah, man. Guys, how come you didn't tell me or Alebone? That's weird. Guys, why didn't you tell me? Okay, we're back. Load shedding is coming back next month. Lulu. Please don't do that. How do you have these ad libs on TikTok? You get this one? I'm ready. This is the job. This is the job. I'm trying to find one. This is the job, guys. You have to be ready. Well, are we waiting for Kobas to go light the lights up? Is that what's happening here? Hi, guys. First game back. Already lights are not working.
Hey, mafethu. Ay, correct. I already won.
Kana Batsi is the 47-year-old. How old is he? Oh, Batsi number 12. He's 47, right? Batsi from Orbit College, no? He's 47. Lineups. Kana, what was that standout game that he had last year? Atisang Batsi. 43. He's 43. At least you're no longer using one winger, says Tepi, so. Kovua. Another game where the low mid block is turning out to be a tricky breakdown. And then Kalega Mnan Ganjani, Shembe. Kalega Mnan Ganjani. And then all of a sudden, we're back.
Wena kancane uyavela wena. Wena kancane uyavela. Uyavela.
Kancane uyavela team yakho. Tins, how are you doing? Bro, honestly, is Kobe Meno better than Tebza Mokwena? This is a South African show. What's Fiso saying, guys? Okay. Buili PSL. And like, guys, feel free to request. Let's just speak a little bit while we wait here about what we're seeing. Then we'll go back when everything is working fine now. Let me see. Bongs.
Oti?
Bonang Bongs.
Ke tla bonang ho sena di-light.
No, the game is not suspended. Yeah.
Honestly, Mara, it's a good game. Sundowns are still holding the ball as usual. You know them. Ke batho ba ne ba million passes as usual.
Marabaka listened and then they got caught up. What's happening?
No, Sundowns but I know Sundowns are still going to win this game.
How are you liking all of the players that have given a chance? We're seeing Bokulise, we're seeing Bo Adams coming back, Bolethaku. Do you think that this is a viable team for them?
Yeah, I think it's a viable team for them because these players, but I prefer no man, they need to go back to Bafana. Since Bafana is a performer good to go AFCON this time around.
Why, guys, please mute when you come in. Please mute when you come in. Nasa, please. Okay, guys, we're still waiting for the lights to come on. They can always just go to LC De Villiers. It's down the street. Bongs, what do you think? It's one of the lights, Tangamani, one of the lights is not working, the floodlights on one side. That's why it stopped. Bongs, a score prediction for you?
I'm still going 3-0 Sundowns.
They're not going to score here. They're not going to score here. Let me go to Wiz. Wiz, welcome to the show. How are you?
Hey, Mr. OT, come back.
Says Wile, man.
Hey, PSL. Nama load shading angapheli. But it's fine. I was in the groove. I was watching the match, enjoying a Sundowns game for the first time in a very, very, very long time. Jiggy the floodlight. But it's okay.
Were you enjoying it because it was a good game or just because you love Sundowns?
Because it was a decent game. I mean, Gunini is one Sundowns Shama pass angapheli with no penetrating pass. But today, at least you can see they have an intent. They are making the through passes.
For the first 10 minutes.
Forward. It's 20 minutes now, but what can you say? But I was honestly surprised in the inclusion of Sibia. I was not familiar. I thought maybe Pazatino was going to play Mara. So when I come back,
oh, actually, let me ask you. You're seeing Bo Johannes, you're seeing Bom Kulise, you're seeing Bolethaku, you're seeing Bomutiba. Is this not a good sign for Sundowns?
It's a good sign. It's good. I've been crying for this. We need rotation in this team. Alende Hapumule is a great player. Mara Asim Pumuzo Alende Botebza. They must have rotation, a sense of competition, so that the team can thrive. Because if you play the same 11, you're gonna end up like Pirates last season. Uzo choka and it's gonna be painful, yo.
And Nisabi Pirates, speaking of, doesn't it change the dynamic knowing that Pirates is right there?
Pirates is always right there, Mus, and then what happens end of the season? This season they look serious. I'll give them their props. They look serious. Sundowns is gonna have to step up their game. Mara, it's pushing Sundowns. I think this end of this season, Sobona, the usual Sundowns running away with it.
Running away with it. Do you keep Caruso?
Running away with it. We have to give him a full. Let's see what he does. Mzobona CAF later stages. See if he learned from his mistakes. If not, Gahambe.
It's fine. Let me go to Mlu, welcome to the show. How are you?
Eta.
Insambo.
I'm fair to waiting. What I see. Now it's a 1-0.
Yeah.
1-0, yeah. But I'm surprised they got the starting lineup. For one, Sales is lost.
Yeah.
And you have Litaku was supposed to be far wide, and then Barres the Motaung.
Yeah, hey, there's the goal. 1-0.
For me,
yeah.
Otherwise, I think.
Mara, let's talk on the players and knowing that Pirates is right next to you. Aren't you afraid of Pirates? Or maybe you might have to take out the star player.
No, for na kisebletuski, na. I don't care what other teams are doing, and by the way, Kilikosi.
Oh, Kilikosi. Let's be the signing loan.
It's enjoyable. Soccer is very interesting.
Yeah.
Soccer is very interesting because there's also financial stabilities that we have to check. There's also the business side of the team. And you must remember,
Blue. Blue, what's accounting, Blue? What's accounting? It's accounting. The balance sheet looks like this, and when you credit and debit, you must be, because the savings account. Blue.
No. I think also, as you can see, okay, by leader, no, but combination wise, they will struggle.
Okay.
But I think the last 20 minutes, they are going to show evidence. Champion.
Okay. Blue, but for time I'm gonna jump in. We're gonna pick the side second half. Guys, we're back in the game. Blue, Makosi, le sharper maths no. The balance sheet and the quarterly earnings haven't quite reflected inside the account of Kaizer Chiefs right now. So we are going to, just bide our time and see what next quarter looks like. Hey, sign the player, man. Anyway, Mamelodi Sundowns is leading 1-0 from After Sales with Mkanangwananyana. That's what we're going to call it. I'm the goalkeeper there.
Uyavela wena. Wena kancane wena uyavela. Uyavela.
Oh, goalkeeper. Yeah? Is it going to be fine if Orbit decide to walk out? Is it going to be fine? No sign is going to Chirena. We're back to PSL. That keeper's reminded us that we're back. But guys, that's unfair. We saw Nwabali, PSL keeper. But the GNU is quiet. Schoolboy errors, misplaced passes, poor defending, poor tactics. Yeah, no. Orbit has not been in this game, eh? Orbit has been nowhere near. Is my time wrong? Oh, my time is right. My time is right, Z. 25, yeah. They can walk away, Petwe won't do anything. Oh, Ramahle Mpahlele. Guys, does Mpahlele count as a Chiefs legend? Okay, kill legend of Swallows. Sorry, Winters. Hey, I apologize, guys. I apologize.
No. What apology for?
I apologize, but legend of Sundowns. Guys, Mutiba's sneaky fast. He looks slow, but Have you noticed how he's beaten? Ah, keeper. Hi guys. Hi guys. This keeper.
He's not Nick Shaw.
Hi guys. Oh, it's not 34. Z, which match are you watching? Oh, keeper. What? Wendy? Ooh, Orbit. Ooh. Wendy, when you said who, did you clap? Ooh, Orbit. Yeah, go take you a keeper says September. With action says severe star. I'm telling you, Motsepe's actually sneaky fast. Unalabo fast ba shawulilile man. Finish up then. Finish up. Siabuya says Sunny. Usman says 15-0. 15. He's the 12th man. Students are in trouble today. Ovid must try the liver.
I'm scared, but I'll tie the liver.
Ovid plays like under 13 boys. That homework is not, hey dog, kidding. And I'm told to haka 5. I get say would you mono to haka 5 Muton. That is brilliant. Motsepe's playing. I like Motsepe. I just don't see the connection. Like that front few, even Lethaku, I know. Is Lethaku playing a wingish 8? It's a wingish 8, ne? Oh, here comes Orbit. Can they find space? Cross comes in, cleared out. Is Orbit really in the PSL? It's embarrassing. It's still January Rama College. Oh, okay. Dining hall ayikho man. NSFAS ayikafaki imali. NSFAS ayikafaki imali. Long throw into the box. Mkanangwana. Hey, you wanted to Mkanangwana on top of Mkanangwana on top of Mkanangwana. Hey, man. Man, kina materiwan umalati. Lord, you know, it isn't always. Ay man, it was always in me. Temba, are you shaking, Temba?
Bathi nukusheka ngesulu njama.
Oh, kakaze.
What kakasela? Why kakasela? Why you kakaseling, my brother? Relax, go.
Yay! Breaking news. Senegal's head coach, Pape Tio. How do you say it again? I had it written down. Tio. Tio has been suspended indefinitely by CAF. In addition to his suspension, Senegal has also been fined $300,000 for disrupting the game when the players left the pitch. Technical staff involved in the withdrawal of the players faced match suspension of no less than 4 matches and fined at least $10,000. Was it worth it? I need to call us crazy. CAF had to do something. Because, you know, Orbit could walk out if they wanted to live on. Without selling, Orbit is going back to Motsepe Foundation. I don't know. Motsepe's like Haaland. Alas Baningi. He was a championship striker. He's lazy. No, he's not lazy. I think it just needs to be fed. Others were fine for Muti. Kekana was resting the CAF games. What about Morocco people that were busy stealing towels? Mara, Mini, you have to put in a complaint. I mean, I've been sworn at in the past few days, but I'm literally just asking the question. If there's something wrong, put in a complaint. A couple of hours ago, we got the complaint from the Moroccan side. The Moroccan side was like, Tina, it's a complaint. Zoifagi complaint. We need VITs back. VITs? They actually do work. The appeals are what wins you these cases or gets things taken away. The problem is that our guys don't do it. They don't. If somebody can show me the appeal for the towels, show me the appeal for the towels. There hasn't been one. Cristiano got his red card rescinded. Appeal. You have to appeal, guys. We like to talk. I know we're fans. We get into it. We're happy with all of that stuff. End of the day, someone needs to write on a paper and say, okay, this is our findings. This is what we saw. This is what we'd like to do. These are the countries that are backing it as well, or these are the associations that are backing it as well. And you put it in. If you don't do it, okay. No complaint against if the game is bought, or your association can complain about the game being bought. How many associations have come out with investigations or proof of match fixing? See? You see? What must can happen? The people who are allegedly match fixing must come out and go, oh, sorry guys, we've been match fixing. You have to do investigations. Just please, can somebody just tell me of an investigation or an appeal or something that was launched to do with the alleged. But anyway, I did a video about this. Sundowns with a chance there. Sales again. Oh, salesman, guys. Salesman. From watching direct ball in AFCON to this is hard on the eyes. Leon must come in around to see him. 42 years. You see, they're directing a lot of the traffic through Mutiba. But then I'm not sure what Litlaku and Sales are playing. The system is crooked itself. The AFCON was a gift to Morocco. And do you know what? Do you know what other federations do or other associations do in that case? They withdraw. All of the countries that are complaining right now, if they were to withdraw or to threaten to withdraw, things change. That's what the Moroccans usually do. That's what the Northerners usually do. They've got the Arab Cups, they've got all of that stuff. They just look CAF in the eye and they say we could leave. We're not powerless, guys. Man, you're not powerless. We're not powerless. Sales scored. Izaku's playing 8, but his 8 gets confused with a 10. And I think that's knocking Sales out because Sales wants to be more of a 10, I think. But Mutiba has taken up that space. It's interesting to watch. It does give an overload when they do attack, so it can look good, but yeah, it's confused. I think it's confusing some of the players. I don't support anyone. I support my family. Whether other teams complain, North Africans always win. Msiana. Like when? Like when? We are saying these things, but I want to show you something. Like when? When has there been a credible complaint? that was let down by CAF. 3,000 on Sundowns. Moki. But at least they're winning. Even though Orbit is getting a bit of wind beneath the wings. Lack of understanding between. Yeah, it's the space issue. It's a space issue. It's Mahupa and Tito. Yeah, Mahupa and Tito. Adams and Kulise. First 10 minutes or so deceiving. Shembe. Orbit was still warming up. Do teams have to complain in order for CAF to take action? Well, if you want the action to be taken, yes. So, for example, Morocco has told you that they're going to put in a complaint. I would have loved to see Senegal follow through as well with their complaint, regardless of how they win. But it seems like because they won, it's just going to get swept under the rug up until the next time. So, yes, you have to complain. You have to provide information so that it can be investigated further by CAF. That's how it works, guys. That's how it works. Don't you remember how Bafana's yellow card happened? There was a thing, and then Lesotho and Nigeria pushed. You get what I mean? They pushed. They told CAF, hey, there's a yellow card. CAF then had to go and investigate it. Or else, if everybody kept quiet, we would have been happy. Nobody would have been saying too much. What's the use of CAF to have these rules if it's going to take a team to complain before they implement them? Yeah, that's not the point, Vili. The point is that other teams have complained. The North complains a lot. The North complains a lot. It looks like they're crooked in the system and whatever, but they complain a lot and they win their appeals because they complain for every single little thing. Ask about Ahly. We don't. Same Jalo Bafana. Had that complaint not come in, Mokwena would have played those games, everything would have gone past, swept under the rug. We weren't complaining then. In fact, if I remember correctly, we complained that somebody reported us. That's just how it works, guys. No matches, yes. Not title deciders, a final is a final. Yeah, we're used to like this thing of having them handed to us. But anyway, no, Bongs, Oksala complainile. We had broken a rule. Nothing automatic went off. It was a complaint. Right now, they're complaining. Nigeria is complaining against DRC to try and get into the World Cup playoffs. Winning fines instead of rematches or titles. That's where I find complaints. No, Winters. This is the idea. If the towel thing is a problem, you put it into the rules, or you force CAF into having to make sure that that thing is protected next time round. Simple. You're not complaining for the past, you're complaining for the future. And my problem is, we've been complaining about the same thing for 30 years, but nobody's been putting actual complaints on paper. We act out. Eto X out. FA president, by the way, X out. Instead of writing a letter to CAF. Here's the evidence. Here's what we found. Here's a report. Can you please deal with this? He X out. All of the stuff, Senegal stuff, apparently, they're going to be suspended indefinitely. The World Cup is coming. 4 matches is part of the World Cup. The coach might not even see it because but indefinite yet. And you make yourself a target. You were right, but you made yourself a target now. But anyway. Hey. OT, you're winning no matter what it takes. No, I'm not defending the North. Do you know what it is, Msian? Do you know what it is? It's gotta sound harsh. 41 minutes in, 1-0 Sundowns. Siyathanda complain, sithanda drama, but we never follow the admin to do the things that can make that side. I'll give you an example. Very Leo often speak about this. How many commissions have we had? We love the drama, we love the noise, we love the public what. How many people have been arrested? Zondo Commission. So now, has that action of now speaking out and doing all those things, has it helped? No. So we have to go and get these things done and be smart. The moment you see Cristiano's red card, I remember I had a conversation on Agents Live. The moment you see Cristiano's red card get rescinded because Portugal appealed, you put in an appeal and say, for our World Cup as well, based off of the precedent you set there, we want Mbogazi to play in the World Cup first game. For example, it's smart. Closed mouths don't get fed on the boulevard. But anyway. Sales scored, Patty. How is Morocco going to host the World Cup in 2030? Isn't it the joint World Cup? Spain, Morocco. What was it? Spain, Morocco. I'm forgetting the third country. They're going to have like 2 games. In 2020, we complained Ghana and nothing was done. Oh, guys, just because you complain doesn't mean it needs to be done. Lilo, now you have to present a case. I see no complaints on the setting. That's what I'm saying, Klanipo. That's what I'm saying. All of the complaints in the world, but then nobody's putting anything on paper so that the next time we go to an AFCON, there's things that are put into place. Then you're going to sit later on and, oh, no. And no, they won and then they were like, okay, we're done. Or maybe they'll have one. I don't know. Maybe there's something coming. But they won and went, okay, whatever was wrong, we're moving past it. Because why? You're fighting for Senegal, I'm fighting for Chiefs, he's fighting for Pirates, that one's fighting for that one. Meanwhile, what do we say about up there? We call it the North. There's a reason. Yeah, Portugal, yes, Portugal. Portugal, Spain, and Morocco. Mr. Ace compiled the case along with the video. Yes, the case wasn't good enough. Guys, there's things happening all the time. Why do you think these clubs have transfer bans? All of them. Keep quiet. You're not going to eat. Why is the world being hosted? Multiple countries. My conspiracy theory, ZN. My conspiracy theory. Remember, the World Cup, if I remember correctly, cycles. It has to cycle through countries. So in order for them, it has to cycle through regions, I guess. So in order for them to get to some of the regions that they want to get to, they have to sort of cheat. So saying Canada, America, Mexico knocks out a region for a specific type of time. Saying Morocco kind of knocks out Africa in the rotation of what needs to happen. So I think it's to... Let me not... I'm scared of FIFA. It's to make sure that when bidding happens, certain countries become eligible automatically. Essentially. Yeah, Allende is needed. Sundowns... Look, Orbit is actually pretty confident in this game. I didn't expect it, especially after that first 10 to 15 minutes. But Sundowns' midfield, man, Olitako and those guys, I don't know. And the front line, feels like they're a little bit confused. Okay, guys, feel free to request. It is half time. Then we can speak about the game. me just get my graphics right. It's halftime. Sundowns is leading Orbit College 1-0. We're back after lights were off. Lights switched off, guys. I'm looking for 5 people to jump in and just analyze the game with me and tell me what you had seen. And I'll ask you a couple of questions. Let me go to Montana. Montana.
Hey, OT.
How are you, my brother? Long time. Who agent? I'll say up.
Hey, long time. It's a new year. New beginnings. New beginnings.
What did you see from the first half?
You can see the players are just coming back from off-season, I will say, from the break. You can see they are not up to stretch. Now I understand why Sundowns signed Zamalek from Orbit. Their first match was going to be against the Orbit, so they know Zamalek has been torturing them. Another killing competition, some sort of, they will kill me for it, but I know now, I understand. Your first match is against your player who's been scoring left and right against you, won finals against you, went and signed him out. Orbit, I don't think they will survive in relegation this season. If they do, next season they won't. There's no team here. You sell your, and Zamalek was starting to pick up a form. It was making a difference to this team, and if they won, they were winning 1-0. I remember the last match, he scored a beautiful free kick. It was starting to be that Zamalek that we know. Now it's gone. I think they are going back to square one to DTC performance.
But tell me about the players that Caruso has chosen. Do you think that Bayers won?
No, OT, no way. We spoke about, I think it was yesterday, about the rumors. There are also rumors that have been circulating around that Pitso is coming back. How do you take your job as a coach seriously when you know that you might go, you might not go at some point? I think he unfollowed his Sundowns. So you've got nothing to lose. And the players, it also, and the rumors also affect the players. Because, you know, even if I don't perform, the coach is going to leave anyway. We don't know the future. Pitso might come in, I might do better when the new coach comes. So, it destabilizes the team somehow. Even if you're not going to admit it, but somehow, whether those rumors are true or not, but you can see from the players and the coach, there's that disconnecting somehow.
Okay. For time, I'm going to bring in Blue. Blue, we've got a couple of minutes here. Tell me, what did you see from that first half?
For me, it's a combination of two. Firstly, bafana esiswini Mkhulise and Adam. Those are similar players. You can't play them same time, both two. So one will overshadow omunye, and then Ulitaku, you'll never see him. Ulitaku pace, and he's still young. Musewi asebenzise i-pace yakhe. And then one last point, Matthews. There's one thing about South African players that they don't understand. Matthews needs to puff up. Mother afake muscle.
Okay.
Because without the muscle, angeke adlale no pasi we Nigeria. Never. Never. Yeah, for me so far is that otherwise Umutiba angeke ayiqede le game.
Aw.
Yeah,
Manje ufaka bani?
no, he's a good player. Don't get me wrong. I've seen some good in him, but yeah, I think they will bring Shalulile.
Okay. Shalili akekho. The only real striking option. There isn't really a striking option here. Konozwane. I don't know if Leon, but he's a 10, I think. But we'll see. Let me go to Wiz. Wiz, what did you see in the first half?
Sharp, Mr. VERT. I think it's a typical number 1 versus a number 20 game. It was to be expected. We could see Sundowns is going to come and dominate possession. Orbit is going to get their chances, man. They're going to squander them. It's like they're not offering anything offensively. It's defend. And that's going to be very dangerous because, as you can see, Sundowns scored from a goalkeeping error. But I think there's still a bit of confusion between the players. They don't know each other that well, especially Litlaku, Sales. I don't think they combine well at the moment. So yeah,
Do you think that Sundowns is still going to have that thing where you can play games like this versus an Orbit and know that they're not going to give you anything?
They can. Most of the teams, some have improved, but most of the teams in PSL, they won't offer much going forward. And even if they try, they don't have enough quality to break through because they still have Williams, they still have Kekana, Johannes looking shaky sometimes. Mara, they're not threatening them, so we'll never know. But at least you get the chance to see the young boys, Abo Litaku, Abo Sbiya. They look like they're having fun at least.
An unfair question. Do you think that this is proper depth from Sundowns or Babambi Sanje for these games versus Orbit?
It's about depth because if you're going against Orbit and you know Uguti Friday you're playing Champions League game, the third game, you can't play your first team, especially because they're not match ready. So yeah, I think this is depth because this is still a quality side. Abo Sales, Abo Matthews, Mutiba, they can still play for most of the teams with PSL. So yeah, this is what depth is. This is how you win titles.
Okay. Coach Agent, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good, OT. Everything is fine. I hope you are fine, my brother.
Nakimunati, what did you see from this game?
You know what? There's something that I want to highlight. I think the coaches nowadays, they are starting to move away from players that don't want to play for them. You understand? So I think the coaches now, most coaches are moving towards, I rather have no name players that are willing to play for me and for the team than to have big names that have big egos and they are not coachable. I was very happy when Cardoso was coaching. You could see that the players were paying attention. As a coach myself, that's what I did. I had experienced players on my APC team. Coming this second leg, I released almost all of them. I was left with 1 or 2. And then I'm left with the youngsters. Why do I want them? They are coachable. They are willing to play. They have the ability to listen. I rather lose with the team that is coachable. I rather lose with the team that is going to listen to me. Then I will take responsibility for that. Okay, that is the first thing. I'm worried about Orbit College because I see poor coaching there.
Yeah.
You understand? That's my biggest worry. There's no proper preparation. There is no proper structure. There is no even if you don't have quality players, you can see if the coach has done his homework, he's done his job very well, when to get into spaces, when to hold the ball. I think those things, they are not even there. You understand? You know when to, in the final third, what do you do? There's not even a simple composure, even a simple good pass from Orbit College. I think the coach needs to do better there because, even the set pieces. The Sundowns, this is the game where you rely on set pieces because they are not very good. That side of this boy Sibia, I think they need to exploit it because that boy is inexperienced. But their busy is trying to force the side of Tapelo Morena. And I think the coach needs to do better for Orbit College. I'm not really much concerned about Sundowns. I'm more concerned about Orbit College. But I see if Cardos is doing what I think he's doing, I think we are going to see another something else, and other coaches soon they will follow because coaches are tired of coaching egos that don't want to listen.
Okay. Let me go to Montana. Montana changes prediction second half.
I think Sundowns will score the second goal and give a chance to others because once mokwena, the players that went to AFCON, I think it's just a break, giving those guys a break because they played so many matches and the league is still long. Be careful. Nedbank that is coming. So I think it's a way of giving those guys that went to AFCON a rest and see if I have enough depth. I think it will give all the other guys out. Maybe take Matthews out and put I'm not sure why Maseko is not here. He's still a Sundowns player, or I heard the rumors has been low.
Yeah, but he's gone, but we'll see.
Hoping to see Maseko. Yeah, I was hoping to see a guy like Maseko has been trying. I'm glad to let Laku got his chance. I hope he uses it well, but I haven't seen much of him. Maybe he's still rusty, but there's nothing. I think it will give those guys that has not been playing, like now Johannes Naye have been sitting on the bench. Now he got his chance. Even if you know you're not gonna be regular, at least a coach must have a headache. You know that there's a guy who can do maybe 90% or 99% of what Motaung can do. You need that competition in a team, but I'm glad the other guys have got a time to play.
Score prediction?
But I think they will score. 2-0.
Okay. Let me go to Mlu. Changes prediction?
2-0. I don't see Opi scoring.
Changes. I see Musisi coming in. I see Leon coming in. Yeah, and then my score, I still stick 1-0.
Okay. Oh, so they're not going to be busy in the second half?
It's a different ball game second half, and Orbit doesn't want to concede as well. But if Sundowns scores, they score, it happens, it's soccer.
But then can I ask you, on Orbit's side, can they defend? Because, we're back to PSL. PSL, these teams stay focused until 65, 70th minute, then they fall apart. Could we see something like that again here with Orbit?
That's another aspect, lack of concentration. And it's possible. It can happen. Don't be surprised if Impala 4-0. It can happen.
Okay. Let me go to Wiz changes prediction. Whoa! Before changes prediction, yeah.
I think it's gonna be a 2-1 to Obit. Obit is Okora, a set piece from nowhere, and then Sundowns gonna go to Gear 2. But what I'd like to see is Umdungelo come in. It's been a while, which is gonna allow Umrena to vie forward because he's obviously troubling their defense. So yeah, I think Litlaku off, Mdungelo in, and then Murena Uzoya Pambili. And then maybe one of the midfielders, Bafage Uzwane, so they can get him ready for Friday because it's gonna be needed. Because hey, my low block was a Sultan. Yeah.
But then I wanted to ask you, does this signal depth? Is this depth? Or is it just...
This is what depth looks like. This is depth. You can say, Uguti, maybe there's something going on with our coach, Nani, but this is what depth looks like. You must have players where on a random Tuesday, it's against number 18, they come in, they do the job, and then we move forward. Debut.
Oh, Rulani.
Okay.
Rulani and Leon. Banna. Okay, no, taku. Guys, please tap the screen. I'm looking for 25. Then we can continue on, and I'll let everybody get a minute or two of this game, or a minute or two of whatever we might be speaking about at the time. I mean, we spoke halftime about a lot of things to do with AFCON and complaints and keeper. Hi guys, what's going on with the Orbit keeper? What's going on with the Orbit keeper? Okay, so look, I think for me, Sundowns had an incredible excitement about them in the first 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. I think they looked incredible. The movement was there, but it sort of became a situation where you could tell that it was more about them overwhelming Orbit College with Orbit College, and this is obviously the first game back after that very long AFCON break. So there was a bit of overwhelming. The more Orbit got into the game and started playing a little bit more defensively and being more structured, that's where Sundowns started to struggle. Very interesting, the players that Caruso chose, because I think the reason why he made the Mothiba sub is that Mothiba is not working with Sales. So you bring in the Leon, a smaller player who is technical according to agent, to then work with your other guys who are small and technical, your Litakus, your Saleses, all of those guys. And now you're going to start seeing more effective movement, I think. It was very interesting to see what type of plan they had for Mothiba, because Mothiba was running in behind those defenders quite a bit, and Sundown stopped doing that, especially when Orbit sat back. So I think this is going to be a game that's probably still going to end with a Sundowns win, maybe. I'm saying 1-1, but it's probably going to end with a Sundowns win, because I don't think Orbit can keep it up 20 minutes. More than 20 minutes here, honestly speaking. Did you see his walk, the keeper? I didn't see it. You must check the depth. Goes Kukune. Manzibande, this is exactly what I'm asking. Hore, yeah, the players are playing here and it's cool. You're watching them get the chance. But there will come a time, if Pirates can also keep up their pressure, there will come a time where Pirates will be here. And then even these games will become very important games. Do you have the players that can, obviously here, Sundowns is leading by the goalkeeper error. Do you have players that can carry you in a similar fashion, almost similar fashion as Mokwena, Alenda, and those guys? I don't know. But it's good to see coach giving them a chance. Sundowns don't pay refs, but opposition. Guys. Tepo says 4, Pitso says 4-0 to Sundowns. Mongale says Ushebile lost FC. Ke lost FC? Hi, guys. Ronan is still making those mistakes. Don't worry, guys. Caruso is about to get this all right.
Amasala Sendeleni.
Amasalata sendleleni. He's just figuring it out, guys. Just figuring it out. You'll be back. You'll be back soon enough. Orbit is weak. 7-0 Sundowns will win. Even the language barrier has an effect on sales, and Leon can work. I want to see what Leon does, because that could be that contingent that Cardoso brought in. Sales, Leon, Allende, Nuno Shanto. No, there's still Nuno Shanto. Asendleleni. Weimara.
Cardoso, he must leave us in peace, not in pieces. Cardoso, leave us in peace, not in pieces. Gwala man.
Ole gwala man. Yeah, Allende. Oh, look at that. Sales alone 68 million. Orbit have the entire team is like maybe 20 nyana. No? Okay, 50 minutes in. Sundowns is still leading 1-0. It's a fairly slow game. I think Sundowns is trying to wait these guys out. But the 10 million is a lot. Thanks for the heart, Wendy. Actually, thank you to Wendy, Blue, Siabonga, Damlelo, Usmangaliso, and then of course there's some Arab writing here. Thank you, Ihanai Sadi. Thank you for the gifts. Orbit is like Piki Sundays changed. Sundowns needs that piano as the game goes by. They're not gonna do it. Morales is poor attacking rhythm. I think that's what Caruso is trying to tell them right now with the hand clapping, that our guys, what's going on? I would have hoped Sundowns could have addressed the slow build-ups. It robs them of so many chances. Guys, we've hit 25k, so feel free. I'm going to give you a minute or two to just tell me what you're thinking and seeing from the game. Patrick, welcome.
Hey, Mr. Oti, how are you?
Man, man. Oh, Rinka came in.
Now if I was Cardoso, I'll be pissed.
Why?
Honestly, I'll be pissed that they haven't scored a lot of goals, because when you look at this team is ball watching. They don't look sharp. They don't look fit. It's like they were not prepared at all to play this game. So you saw how easily in the beginning, before the stoppage, how easily Sundowns was getting in behind, and they were playing with the back five.
Yeah.
So it just shows you that Sundowns itself lacks sharpness, because when you're playing against a ball-watching team like this one, it's so easy to just play the ball in front of them, and then you make a run behind them. They are all ball-watching. Before they know it, somebody's running behind them. They react too slow. And plus, they have the keeper of the season with them. This keeper.
Can I ask you, do you give Orbit any credit for finding a little bit of structure somewhere halfway through that first half? They found a little bit of structure. They frustrated Sundowns a bit. Can you say that?
Nah, I think it's just Sundowns playing the way Sundowns plays. Sundowns likes to play in front of they like playing with a slow build-up, and that gives teams enough time to recover. That's just Sundowns' way, and it has been their weakness for a very long time, that they sometimes lack the sharpness to have that killer instinct when the other team is not. I don't know how to put this. When a team is just down and then they don't know what they're doing and just disorganized, and Sundowns just gives you time to organize yourself and say, you know what, come on, I see you are disorganized. Go gather yourself, and then we'll come and take you. So I feel like Sundowns has done this for a very long time, and probably sometimes it's the reason why they're not winning Champions Leagues, because the pace that they move the ball into the other third, it is a bit slow. When they play other teams, they get punished by the same thing, because the other teams, they will have 2-3 touches and they're in your box. So I think Sundowns likes to play like 30-40 passes before they can try to attack you directly. So I think they need to fix that. Maybe the introduction of Saling in this signing, in this transfer window, will assist them into doing that. Maybe they will vary their play with that. But as it is now, with the players that I'm seeing, well, they have the young Sibia who just looks comfortable there because he's playing against a team that is not sharp. Because if he was playing against a team that was sharp, they would be exploiting that side, because it's not even tracking back. He's just playing there. Yeah, you see. So I think Orbit is just here to defend, but they don't even have a purpose in that defense. Because they saying they're going to play for a draw. I can see they're trying to play for a draw, but they are playing with no purpose. They are a team with no purpose, no planning. G.
Okay, no, Patrick, I'm going to jump in there. Lindy, please request again. I don't know what happened. Make sure, guys, that you're following me when you request. I see you did. Just try again, Lindy. I'll let you in. Let me go to Ushambe. Shambe, Habibi.
Hey, Habibi.
Are we still Habibi after AFCON?
Habibi, real Africans won yesterday, Habibi. It's the real African football that won yesterday, Mr. Uti. I love the passion of African football. Wow. But you must live with the repercussions of the fines. That's the problem.
It's coming now. It's coming.
Yeah, must live with it. Yeah. Mr. Uti, man. The Sundowns game, man. It's sort of giving me the same feelings that I had towards the end of the first half of the season, Mr. Uti, man. I'm not in the extreme part of it where I'm saying Cardoso must go, Mr. Uti. I'm not on that extreme point, but man, like it gets to a point, man, where the slow build-ups, it really gets to a point. It's not fun to watch. It's hard to watch on the eye, Mr. Uti. You know, I think like I said in the comment section earlier on, but you know, in CAF, in AFCON, we're watching very direct ball.
Yeah.
Where if a team gets the ball, they know what they're gonna do with it. Sebase boxing lako, chance created, you know. But sometimes it feels like Sundowns just like passes and passes and passes. And I don't know if the passing is to frustrate you, so you guys lose shape. But it's hard because now these teams are so compact at the back, like and it's like even if you're pulling out players, you're pulling out maybe one or two, so there's still not enough space there for your guys to make the runs behind. You're still forced to run through the middle. Angazi ukuthi abosaleng bazofitha kanjani kule team le, you know, because if I look at that front three, that potential front three would be like a Saleng, a Tash, and the Reyners. Those are very speedy players, but how's it gonna work if Sundowns plays so slow? Like how's Saleng gonna be utilized in this team? You know.
So
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Is it an identity crisis, or is it Cardoso finding an identity? Because at the same time, I know you're speaking about Saleng and those guys, but then also he's bringing in all of these guys, Bo Leon, Bo Santos, Bo Resinho. Do you think that he's just got his plan and he's like, look, guys, these are the guys I actually want to go play?
Yeah, I don't want to put the blame on Cardoso, Mr. Uti, because I've sort of felt this way about Sundowns since the last AFCON. You know, Rulani was also struggling towards the end of that season as well. So I don't like this thing of us having selective memory and putting it all on Sundowns because we have emotional attachment to Rulani. I don't like that at all, you know. So I won't blame Cardoso, you know. He is part of the problem, but he's not the problem. You know, he's part of the problem, you know, because he also it seems he can't seem to implement a change in this team, you know, it's so slow, man. It's so predictable, Mr. OT, you know, and it seems like ilento le bafana, like, you know, once you get to that final front third, you still want to pass it back, you know, you still pass it Mr. OT, and you're not taking your chances, Mr. OT, you know. So I don't know how he's going to correct this thing, Mr. OT, you know. I really don't know how he's going to fix this thing. I don't see Sundowns just automatically now playing faster out of the blue, just in jail. I don't see it happening, you know. I think the next couple of months, maybe until where we see like a total reshuffle of even the players that we really love, mokwena, Motaung, and all of these guys, I think we're going to see this type of football for a very long time from MAMELODI Sundowns, Mr. OT, you know. Until we have players who can help us bring that systematic change that we desperately need, man. If we're going to play like this for the rest of the season, then Pirates has to give up the league in order for us to win this.
Wait, before you go, very quickly, do you think that Cardoso will be allowed to make these changes, or do these changes belong to the next coach?
It's so tricky. Does Cardoso have leeway to sign his own players? Does he really have leeway to sign players with Cardoso, Mr. OT? You know, because Cardoso's been here, it's the second season now, ne? It's the second season. It's the second season, and it sort of feels like there's a bit of a regression in the minor things, you know, the minor things that contribute to the bigger picture, you know. So I don't know if he's a coach that pays attention to these little things. Because, like, for instance, the passing at Sundowns for me has sort of like regressed. Accuracy of passing are cool. It's regressed a lot, you know. So I don't know if he's a coach that is trying to manage these players and sort of get them to buy into his system, and then he neglects these little things that sort of made Sundowns a dangerous team that it was, you know. But this is boring. This is boring, Mr. Otsi. It's not fun to watch, especially coming from Lepo Lesilpegi, you know. Like, we watched AFCON where it was the traditional AFCON, where the big players, the big teams, the traditional big teams it wasn't the underdog AFCON, you know. So people need to show up. Also, World Cup selection, World
Cup. Hey, but it's fine. Let me go to Koke. Koke, welcome to the show. How are you?
Hello, old team, and greetings to everyone. Sanbonan batani nabalandeli bebhola.
Uthi ningale team kaKados experimental. Team kaKados.
I feel ukuthi uyibambe kancane lapho put ASAP. I feel ukuthi change into enzakalayo. I feel Sundowns is going through change, and change akusinto njengoba ibekile ubhuti ukuthi angeke uyibone immediately. Ngithola masitshentsha into ifana nemoto masenza iservice, angisho sikhipha ama parts. Imila ngeke imoto yenziwe iservice ihamba phela ku freeway. Melime iye kumakheniki qhaqha ama parts, mayiloku imile kumakheniki kusho ukuthi ama kilometers and everything imile, yabo. So into enzakalayo manje, and immediately mangizongena la kwipanel maqedwe ukungifaka kunesapha akaqedwe ukuyenza ucoach eyaka Matthews, afaka uNono Santos. I feel ukuthi that's where I think ukuthi i-change izoyenzakala kakhulu kwiSantos. I don't see uMatthews for the rest of the season adlala amagame amaningi like previous season, because he's been given a chance, and I feel ukuthi coach uthi I've given you enough chance and you're not showing up. Even in this game, he was not there. That side umuntu mekangathi ukhoze Vurvai ulomfana lo mekadlala emuva. Maybe he was being inverted, but he's not comfortable playing as a number 10, being inverted adlale no Sales lapha yana kula number 10 role, udlala bo number 10 abayi2 kula role yana behind uMuthiwa. So uthanda ukudlala esayidini. So I feel ukuthi i-change eyenzakalayo engibonayo ukuthi makulethwa uSaleng ngapha kule side leli, kulethwa boLeon, those are the kind of changes ozoqala ukuzibona kwiSundowns going forward. I feel ukuthi iSundowns ngendlela engakhona manje going forward izochange kakhulu. There's a lot of things ezizochange, and then angeke sibablame kakhulu abomkhulisi. I saw him losing a lot of balls in terms of passing yakhe. Ngibona ama-passing wakhe amaningi angekho mahle. So kuyabonakala ukuthi umuntu kade angadlali, even uLetlhako ama-passing wakhe amaningi ngekho mahle. Funny one, we lost a lot of balls through i-passing yakaLetlhako nomkhulisi. If we were playing a better team or kwi-team kwi-level ye-Sundowns, they could have amanye ama-mistake bawayenza umkhulisi noLetlhako could have hurt us. Abe yi-2 goal clean if we got ama-opponent better, but because sidlala ne-Obed and then we don't get punished. So into ezinjalo lezi ezincane, and then I feel ukuthi umuntu namhlanje ongathi uzamile ukuphakamisa kancane uJohannes uzamile ukuphakamisa kancane, and then ngiyambona noKekana nayo Rusty. Even Kekana is very rusty in that center back position. Nayo phasa ama-opponent. You happy is a pass ama opponent. So I feel ukuthi going forward izinto zoba sharp ngiyabonga.
Before Hamba, I want to ask you about the Portuguese connection. Coach Cardoso, do you think that that's something he is wanting to do or a club?
I'm not sure what you ban or Kolama signing, but I once said uti for a coach uti was recharge. Let's allow him to have player awafunayo so that whatever sizoyikhuluma ngaye esingayithandi sithi wathulile amaplayer nali ngathi player lami ngicela ukore ngicela ukusayina manje ngicela ukore ngathi welcome awuzwayo uyabona ke manje ngithema wangena naye la kwipanel manje ngiyakhuluma uyakora uyabona ukuthi kuza kahle uthi mina ngithela baba support uthi give Cardoso the support he needs. I once said it before a showing ngathi give Cardoso the support he needs, give him the players he wants, and then from there uthi singasho ukuthi uyasifika, then ukuthi sithatha ama player la awathola ethimini bese sithi uyasifika njengoba sisho ukuthi lama player awathola lapha yana is the ama player afuna ukudlala ngawo na. For lama coach me wasebenzisa lama player lawa me good for loma coach lawo, but for yena are they good enough for yena lento akayifunayo na, and manje uthola ama player so asimbheke simbone ukuthi uzayenza kanjani. Ngiyabonga.
Okay, no, okay, thank you so much. Oh, wow. Leon, goal on debut, guys. Goal on debut, goal on debut. Look, what we're seeing also, as I let others in, what we're seeing also, I think the changes that he made now look a lot like a first team. They look a lot like a first team. They look a lot like, okay, he's now trying to see for the next couple of minutes, how do they gel for Allende coming back in, this Tembazwane. So very, very, very interesting. Let me go to Smoke. Smoke.
Yeah.
Smoke, can you hear me? Okay, I don't think Smoke can hear me. User 255, welcome. Sorry, there's no name here. Hello? Okay, very interesting. Let me go to Mungale Walebutse. Oh, Fan Lebutse. Mungale, welcome. Hey guys, what's going on? Okay, 66 minutes is 2-0. I'm good at you.
Nah, sharp. You know, these people are just complaining about complaining. Cardoso this, Cardoso this. Cardoso is doing exactly what he was brought to do. Sundowns, so plan is not for South African football. It's to dominate Africa in more mapping. So people just need to stop watching Sundowns. So La Pirates. That's all I can say.
Is he?
So
would you
people are
say?
expecting an exciting footballer, Pirates, to be seen more Sundowns. You cannot watch Sundowns. Sundowns is international players, people who are coming from the academic, who are coming from lots of like football experience. South Africa. So we need to stop comparing Sundowns to the teams of South Africa. That's all I can say.
Is Cardoso the final person for this, or is he just the experiment while they get this thing right?
Nah, Cardoso is just the beginning of Sundowns. That's all I can say. He's not the final of Sundowns. It's just the beginning of the vision the club has. According to me, they have just plans of overseas, man. They don't have plans for Mokwena, man. Pitso had those plans, Rulani had those plans. So Cardoso has bigger plans away from South Africa, away from the league. If you can Sundowns can do somewhere else. So that's all. Yes, they play like game points and everything, but it's not something which is going to be appealing for the masses. So that's why sometimes it seems so predictable. That's why sometimes right, this is boring. Which is the same thing which was happening at Man City. Pepe Nadlala bowling boring fella, but it was just effective. Agra di points at Hage, at Hatohamo leaking, at Soleta. then
Yeah.
the show goes on. Gore rona ra e rata, re e rate, it was effective.
Okay. Let me bring in. Let me see. Before I go to Pastor John, let me go to Sia. Sia, what DJ?
Hey, get out of DJ and that. You hear the noise behind me?
It's not bad. It's not bad. So I'm gonna let you jump in. What do you think about what we're speaking about here?
You know, my man, the problem is that we need to understand that Cardoso finished off from Mangoba last season. So now Cardoso he's on his full season. So now and you know what? The other thing that made it very difficult for Cardoso was for him to be given the coach of the season title. You see?
Yeah.
So now once you get that title, people will expect you to follow up on that title. You see now, you can't be a coach of the season and then you've got a boring football, like as you are saying, and then that it gives you contradictory statements if you are watching it on that perspective. So from my point of view is that Cardoso now is on his full season, where now he's starting to build as into his way playing style and etc. So we want a team that has been playing from OT, not a team that would start building now as you want to introduce your own system and etc. So now that's where the contradiction is from my point of view. They want to win, but Cardoso wants to introduce his system. So there must be a clash of ideas when it comes to that, especially when we don't know what you actually want as a coach. Especially there's no clarity in what you are doing.
So do you think Cardoso is the final guy, or is Cardoso just the first step of the experiment? Oh, I think I lost Sia there. Sia DJ, get groovy, guys. Pastor John, how groovy you went?
Hey, son, jumpy say it. What will check out profile yanga. No, my landlord, how are you doing, man?
Uli pastor, prophet. No, I'm good. I'm good watching this game. How do you feel about this game?
No, before I give my points, I'll give you maybe share, put away Ratarang. And then, yeah, look, to me, it feels like Sundowns is treating this game like it's the final game before first game of the season. So it's like final preseason game. Because the lineup seemed experimental.
Yeah.
It seemed very experimental. And fortunately, the goalkeeper of Orbit College kind of, lost the scoreline.
That man, he had that first half and then all of a sudden he's injured. Job well, let me keep quiet.
Hey. We just finished with the conspiracy theories at AFCON. Now we're coming back to this. Come on. So, but once he brought in the A team, it's as if he's trying to figure out, on Friday, how do I start the match? Because I think they're probably taking the Friday game serious. More serious than this one, even though it's, the pressure's on them because they're second and Luku's on top. So, so that's my observation. So I think by this scoreline, I don't believe Sundowns fans should be all too worried.
But I want to ask you. I want to ask you the same two questions I've asked everybody. These South Americans, is this Cardoso's plan? Cardoso's team, number one, and then number two, is Cardoso the final boss, or is there still? Is he just the guinea pig for now? Still?
Probably guinea pig because it's his first full season. So it's like with the resources that you have now. Let's see what you can do. That's what I see. So I say it's the guinea pig.
And then the South American Connect, is that Cardoso? Is that the future of Sundowns?
I think the way they can spin it is to say that they have a history of, previous coaches have brought in South American players, but yeah, I'm not too sure. I'm not sure. I think it's a Sundowns thing. I don't think it's a Cardoso thing.
Okay.
It's more like it worked for us, so let's keep going.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what I see.
Score prediction. Can I get a prophetic?
Muporofeto was on leave, but
premonition.
No. Final score 3-0. 3-0 Sundowns.
Okay. Well, Prophet is coming and said 3-0, guys. We are 73 minutes into this game. Again, I think we are seeing Cardoso now bringing in the guys. You're going to see probably Resinho playing with the Santos, playing with the Leo. Oh, go!
Awa guys, lang disappointa enele batho ba baholo. Awukho nahali shem.
Two players. Your Sundown still struggles with crosses, eh? Yeah. Yeah. Not like this. Then they always point and start shouting. Mistile, Joe. 74 minutes in. It is Sundowns 2-0 up. Oh,
uyambona uMessenjani
uba
futhi akamesanga akazi lento ayenzile lo ngathi upe mamazole lo orbit lo.
Oh, yeah.
Uyambona uMessenjani?
Yeah.
2 games left to go. He will be blaming the refs. He's so referee. You're no goalkeeper. He's so referee. Referee, they need to train. They need to do what. Mara mumpe uyambona nje ukuthi vele akazi chimini lo. Uyambona nalo ophumile lo ya mabhemizolo labafana laba, and I'm not saying it as a joke. Uyababona mabhemizolo labafana. Babulawa insango lama player lawa. Ngiyawazi ama player awensango yiwo lawa Mr. Uthi.
Whatever kutso.
No, ba good. Ama player insango ngiyawazi, a good. Mara
ase CBT. Why we are konsango?
No, Mr. Uthi. Ngifuna uyibeka straight. Ngiyabaza abafana labo. Ba good bobabheka. Babukeka bemnandi. Mara bese kumele kudlalela imali, kudlalela into serious. Bazela nezinto ezinje. Lo mfana lo we-striker lo uPemitsango lo mfana. He's very good. Mara uyambona nje nama bad behavior. Nama bad behavior lo mfana lo it's mela be serious ngebhola. Hayi lento ayenzayo le. PSL, how can you miss that chance? How can you miss that chance, Mr. Uti? Because up at just Sundowns over 2.5 and you're missing the thing. How, Mr. Uti? From under the net, he has potential. Okay, now speed. Pelila mapapu. Speed. Pelila mapapu. He is that player, Mr. I'm telling you, he is. He is that player. I know these guys. Very, very good. Maraziasha.
Yeah.
And then the goalkeeper. You know, Mr. Oti is a country. We were once in a dark place.
Isn't?
Do you know that this guy once rejected Bafana?
Really?
Yeah, Kibo used to play for Polokwane City.
Yeah.
He rejected Bafana for Zambia. We once selected that guy. Cabanga umuntu enza so. Ubuya la ubuya khona kubo Zesco ufika la South Africa uzohereza. I-team izodlala i-PSL ifuna ama points yena usemphambweni. Uze neindaba zakhe. Siyambona kunindazama. First half is not enough. Promise over 1.5. It's unfair, Mr. Uti. It's unfair the rest of the PSL.
If we're being honest, did it look shady to you?
It looks shady. That's why. Because they blocked it at first. Benefit of the doubt. Why don't you catch the ball? Why are you flipping it?
Yeah.
Why are you shy polling in Palma?
And then it's the second half.
How?
It's a very good cast in Chotse.
Radibona man, Mr. It bounces along at the Bafana now. Even though Ralanu ever pay Woodsy, can't you win Zagalani? Boys, Retoli say, Charlotte.
But I got the yeah, okay, no, go on.
No, I'm just saying, maybe Puma, la mele bamsearch goalkeeper, still bone phone yakho bhuti. Ayikho lento ayenzayo.
Well, because I want to ask you, what's your perspective on this whole conversation? Cardoso, about these foreign players that are coming in. Do you think that he's a guinea pig? Do you think how do you rationalize this whole thing?
Hey, Tari, guinea pig. I don't even understand that thing which is a guinea pig, Mr. Uti. Maybe men ngang expandela yona, Mr. Uti.
Ke test. Ona ra chincha nyane remkenya kopile. Make him feel like he's got everything. We show him to everybody, but meanwhile we know angekalaste. He's just here so that we can build it out a little bit.
Oh, even now it's difficult for me to understand. Mr. Uti. It's just that I don't know what happened to our football fans and football lovers in this country. We got attached to a moment so bad we can't let go. We can't let go of that Pitso era and the eras that followed as a result of the Pitso era. We make it seem as if Sundowns started in 2013 or something, and before that they had 0 league titles. It's not like that, you understand, Mr. Uti. They had about Igasent and they had about 48. How many passes against Chiefs? Was it 48?
Oh, okay.
They had that dominant spell, you understand. As in Twinch, it's just that the league on its own was young. So you couldn't have had 14 league titles within the first 14 years of the PSL. You understand? So it's been a process. So my fans, man, they must let go. Banga bulali team for nothing, you know. Yes, Cardoso is not doing great. And that does benefit us as a Mapagani in terms of he's not doing great in terms of that Lama useless win. No, Lama useless win. Yeah, so what do I mean Lama useless win? You see the lineup some coaches would have wanted to hit Obit for 4. Could still happen, but by playing the strongest team without thinking about CAF. And I think it would have affected them in the long run. Maybe not immediately this Friday, but in the long run where we see players either getting tired in terms of decision making. We've seen Sundowns lose as a result of decision making or CAF. But this one is a more pragmatic coach. So in as much as Singaibo and Nitina, he's satisfied, Mr. Uti. Number 1, Ugu CAF. Unfortunately, Guma Cup right now he's dealing with a monster. Cookie monster. It's not his fault, guys. Have some mercy on Cardoso. He's dealing with Orlando Pirates, Mr. Uti. Orlando Pirates is Guma Cup, Mr. It's not his fault. But when it comes to the PSL, he's still doing well. He's still in with a shot, Mr. Uti.
Okay. Patrick, 81 minutes in, 2-0. Oh, Obit.
Hey, Mr. Oti, I'm worried. Now I'm speaking as a South African fan. I'm seeing the same patterns that I saw at the AFCON.
Okay.
And that we probably going to see in the Champions League as well. Our teams cannot defend crosses. I think we need to find, I don't know, somebody who was good at defensive, but even Pirates is struggling with that because they have a defender as a coach. I don't know. This thing is getting out of hand. It's getting out of hand now because now these teams know how to play us. It's so easy to play us. Just go to the wide, go wide, cross the ball to the far post, and then goal. The way my Obi considered that second goal is pretty similar to what Sandos almost considered now.
True.
It's pretty similar to that. It just shows the weakness in our game as a country that we are seeing a problem that is constantly hitting us, but we're not finding a solution towards that. I don't know whether to attribute that to the coaches that we choose as the division, the PSL division, or the teams, or maybe we just don't know how to do that. But anyway, anything can be
But
learned.
then, can I ask you? Is it is it important for our teams to do that in terms of, is it a mandate, do you think? Like, is it something we value? Because, I mean, Sundowns could tomorrow find the best set piece coaches in Europe and bring them in, or crossing or whatever. Is it a priority?
It is. If we really want to compete, defenders win you championships. If you don't concede, you win your championship. But if you are going to concede the same way, I mean, we play against these African teams. I mean, Sundowns has been competing in this thing for a while now, and every season they've been knocked out the same way. We know how they're going to play. We know how they're going to concede. We can almost predict how what the outcome of that game is gonna be like, because Sundowns plays good football, but they have a very glaring weakness that other teams just exploit. They don't need to play pretty the other team. They just need to have that one cross in that box. They know there's a goal there. Remember,
there it is
Pirates,
again. There it is again. Malankana, toll free. Mutemala.
And thinking about this, it reminded me of the game here, Pirates against Pyramids, the semi-final.
Yeah.
How they conceded those goals.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Like, we go to AFCON, the same thing that we are considering. I just don't know why we are not focusing on. We say we want to conquer Africa, we want to compete in the world, but the world knows they have different ways of scoring. Yes, we've mastered the art of passing with no purpose, but we still need to learn how to defend, because the defense was the problem. AFCON, we conceded in every single game that we played. So I feel like maybe and also I want to jump in on the Cardoso thing. I don't think Cardoso. I think every coach in Sundowns has been an experiment. I mean, the question that we need to ask first is the question that we need to ask is, what made Pitso leave? What made the Rulani leave? Because I feel like all of those coaches were not in control of the squad. They were not in control of their signings. Yes, they might have given Pitso a leeway when he started, because Sundowns, let's be honest, was doing horrible at that time. But once they picked up, they started seeing that, no, we don't value anymore. Thanks for getting us here where we wanted to be. At least now we can work on our project. I just think that the coaches in Sundowns are not in control. Actually, coaches in the big three are not in control of the players, because now there is some higher power that controls who gets signed, who gets played, who gets to be released. So I don't think Cardoso is even signing these players, this South American players. I don't think so. I think he's just getting the mandate that we're gonna sign this player, you're gonna make it work as a coach. And you can see sometimes his frustrations when the team is not doing well, that probably he feels like, had I chosen the squad that I want, maybe I would get a better result than what was happening. So I don't think Cardoso has a choice in what's happening at Sundowns. Thank you, Mr.
Okay. No, thank you, Patrick. Very, very interesting. No, toll free. Toll free. Mutemala, toll free. 87 minutes into this game, Sundowns 2-0, comfortable right now. We have seen Orbit go forward, and maybe these are questions that Sundowns needs to ask themselves. That if Orbit can do this to you, not at will, they looked a little bit comfortably, Orbit. Surely you have to look at these things and fix them. Surely. I'm sorry. Guys are the worst. Mutwale says, why do we have teams like Orbit in the PSL? Well, I mean, why do you have Burnley in the English Prem? You know, you could argue. Why do you have Wolves? More Wolves. Arrows will inflict misery on Chiefs tomorrow. Moki. Maramoki, why? Why do you have to come in while we are speaking about somebody else? And you come and just say stuff. Why must you be so mean? Yeah, like, aye man. You don't have to be so mean, guys. Why are you mean? We'll see it on Monday, that thing. Those things don't mix.
The problem is you are trying to mix things that can't be mixable.
You're trying to mix things that can't be mixable. That's the problem. Don't mix things that can't be mixable. Leave us alone. Like when I was on. Oh. Anyway, 89 minutes in, we're going to find out how much time has been added on here. Yeah, Orbit, man. Like, Orbit is one of those teams that has flashes. Like, you can see this, there might be something there, but they don't do it enough for you to, like, really, you know. Like, I really love Ubatsi. I think Batsi is a great 6. If he was younger, he could be a great mokwena, alternative, right? That's what I'd say about that. But yeah, guys, we know how these games end. A lot of these teams just go to Pretoria, they go to Orlando just to go Varasha and come back. Just to go Varasha and come back, because what is that? I want to see what Caruso does with the Portuguese connection, because I'm not saying that he is a. I'm embarrassed that Solomon Kalu. Yo, Malume Kuzo. And the Lukele. Now liplela ga Malume Kuzo. CBT Oils player. So I was saying about Caruso that Caruso, I'm not saying he's an experiment in that, you know, it's a bad thing. I think, again, he's the first non-internal Sundowns coach. So even Fleming, I think, is figuring out to a degree, what does that mean? Right? Like, what does it mean to have these coaches that come in and go out as they please in the team, or as quicker than other coaches have been doing it up to this point? How do you work that? What does that mean? If I sign all these South Americans, do I have to bring in a coach that likes them? If I sign these Portuguese guys, does it help that Caruso speaks Portuguese and maybe likes them? These are the type of things. Why did they invite him to the specific game? They should have invited him to a Champions League game, once. Because I haven't really seen Uzwane. But January scammers working overtime. Leon looks dangerous, Mara. He's a bit reckless, eh? If we're being fair, he's a bit reckless. Marawa pal, you can see that Motu, he's smelling the pal. We didn't miss PSL. To me. Orbit is just not orbiting like the moon, doing nothing. We need to give them space. Okay, 4 minutes added on. We are a minute left in this game. Mudiba must watch out. No, Sibia is fire. Can you imagine if Sibia matures and then you can add khoza on top of that? Wait, see, the next Bafana coach needs to ditch a lot of players. Just bring in these young guys. Or just ditch these old players, man. Someone with soul. No, man. Lady. Oh, okay. Sometimes there's much quality now. Still a bit raw, though. Still a bit raw. I don't know if you could field this versus Pirates in a pinch. Are you gonna send it? What's happening? Nice idea, but no. Okay, guys, the game is over. I'll see you guys then tomorrow for the Kaizer Chiefs game. My review will be out in about an hour's time. I also have an episode of my podcast that has dropped. So please support. I'll see you guys tomorrow 7:30.
Parisute, sutera tamaya, sutera tamaya, sutera tamaya, sutera tamaya, arwina liki barsupa kamenwana, arwina kefe barwine kabututi, arwina liki barsupa kamenwana, arwina kefe barwine kabututi, sutera tamaya.